Good morning, friends and traders. I'm Nalnakshi Swami, welcoming to my channel Smart Index Edge. I'm just guiding you through two indicators which I have developed. That is, one is episodic pivot, EP option on underlying, and the other one is rolling pivot. Rolling pivot is a must indicator for the identification of the structure, and episodic pivot is a thing you can make out where the institutional money, where it is placing bet on that particular stock. I've taken the example of Dr. Reddy. Dr. Reddy, you would have already made that institution is on the bearish side. See, here on 21st itself, both call option and put option were active. So then what I do is I mark the um, high of this, underlying 1295 and low of this is the episodic pivot formed on this bar, that is hourly bar. Here, when I see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, this is the fifth day. That is on 29th, you can see the price. This is the episodic pivot. The price was not crossing above this and the first candle itself closing below this. You can see there, and let me zoom it out. Okay, let me zoom it out and let me go to the 15 minutes time frame to understand what is happening. That means already distribution had started in this stock, so they were accumulating. So you can see before the fall itself, around 12:45, it lost its balance. Let me make it little bit different color. It lost its balance. Let me do this like this. So when it has lost its balance, you know that episodic pivot is here. You have already marked the episodic pivot, and the same day it has fallen below this. You could have comfortably held this position, put option in your favor, and it was a gap down, huge gap down. You could have, like this, you can select the stocks. Even on the day of 29th, you are seeing episodic pivot high and low. When it starts breaking below the high low of this episodic pivot, you could have taken put option. For example, let us check what has happened to the put option. 1291 put option. That's how you can utilize the institutional presence with my rolling pivot. Let me go to the options and let me click on this. Let us concentrate on 1200 put option. 1200 put option. You can see over here on 29th itself, correspondingly 130, you could have taken position. If I've enabled only pivot, you can enable R1 also. The characteristic feature of this is when the price gaps and moves away from that, it will be above the R1. So let me enable R1 and S1. Now to see that, let me zoom it out. You can see over here, price is climbed above the Gan Hilo. It has come. So comfortably you can hold the position like this. See, that is a better. For 2 days you could have held the position. This put option, which was around 6 rupees, it rallied up to 43 rupees. 43 rupees. Let me check the mm, lot size of Dr. Reddy. Lot size of uh, lot size Dr. Reddy. You get it. The 625 shares, friends. So it is 625 shares. You are capturing 42 from 8 rupees, almost 4 rupees or 5 rupees you have entered, or 7 rupees, name it. 7 to 42 rupees is, say for example, 37 rupees. 37. This is the way you can, another way of selecting the stocks. Why it is not picking it up? Calculator. 37 into 625. It is 23,125 within 2 days. How it could have manifested? It was manifested through episodic pivot and my rolling pivot. So you need these two indicators for this. You can see over here, episodic pivot here and already formed on the 29th. So the episodic pivot has formed around 3.4 rupees. It says on 29th 3.7 rupees. When the price is about, see, it doesn't plot every day. When the price is above 3.7, comfortably you can take the position and the structure and you can hold it. You would have paid hardly 3,000 rupees for that. For the 3,000 rupees of risk, you are getting 23,000 rupees. Like that, you can identify stocks also. Let us check the indices, what it is doing. Let us go to the indices and we are checking because the episodic pivot has been formed on the 29th. Okay, 29th, and let us mark the high and low of the episodic pivot. That means both call option and put options were active. On 29th, see what happened around 9:30, it started falling below it is a gap down. It could not cross this episodic pivot. If it has to be bullish, it has to cross this. So bearish put option has been triggered over here. Here itself, while closing, when the price was coming below this episodic pivot, you could have taken position in 58,365. It is suggesting on 29th 58,285. Let us check 58,285. Let us mark the episodic pivot over here when it is suggesting 285. So, if you would have taken, I need not go to call option or put option, you can see. Like that, you can select. For example, from the screener, you don't know about this. You are picking up a stock from the screener. This is the simple screener which I have created. You know that. What are all the filters I have used? You know that it is price is above the simple period moving average, 3 on daily, price above the classic pivot, and price above the pre-market open. That is on daily, price is above. So I got the this one as from the screener. I got morning, I got the divisla. How I will take the position is I'll go back and I'll see where the episodic pivot is there. It already suggests that 29th episodic pivot has been formed around 6,477. Let us, 1 minute. Let me go there. Let me here 6,477. Let me mark this 6,477 is the episodic pivot. When the screener is suggesting that it has formed around 6,477, the price is here. I am getting around 6,549 opening bell, 544. This has been accumulated on the previous day itself. Previous day itself, 29th, around 12 o'clock, 1:30, it has been accumulated. Let us check the option of 6,600 call option. 6,600 call option. If I check, so the price episodic pivot is formed around 158 and I am getting around, because it is, I am not scanned for this. You can scan like this, stocks before like this, and see, trend is up, GAN halo, and price is above. See, around, it had closed around 177, it is gapping up around 185. So then, immediately, yeah, I'll wait for the, when the rush is there, this is a gap up. Gap up means big buzz. When the big bus is there, there will be a halt because it has to pick up the passengers. So I will wait for the red candle. Since I am on the 15 minutes time frame, I can go to 5 minutes for my refine my entry. See, it has taken so much of time, but you can see the rejection bars at this level. 186 becomes your level. You can see the price rejecting from this level, going away from this level. Finally, it took off from this level 192. If you would have taken this position, you could have made up to 267. All the people will question, see, once there is an uh, leg of up move, you can anticipate for 3 levels of rise. This is third level of rise. First level of rise, discount. Second level of rise, discount. Third level of rise. When the third level of rise, actually you can see my rolling pivot turning here itself in this area. Let me zoom it out. Nowhere. In the second level, you are not seeing gray color. Only in the third level of rise, it is an indication that it is becoming neutral because price had come over here and touching the pivot. That's why it is showing. But it is not bearish because the trend is intact. GAN, Hilo, but already my dynamic GAN halo has changed from neutral to red. It had become from green to neutral, and this one pivot has become green to gray. The both are showing neutral behavior, and this GAN halo, it is showing red. That is an alarming sign. You can book your profits and get out of it. See, if you would have entered around 186, you could have made 260. You can scan for the stocks before itself, and you can keep it in your watch list with the help of episodic pivot and the way they are closing around after 2:30 or 1:30 p.m. So that indicates that the next day it is going to continue its up move. Let me disable this and let me go to the watch list. Let us check. Let us check on the 15 minutes time frame because we need to scan for the stock. You can scan, you can make a watch list and you can scan for the stock. IndusInd Bank. IndusInd Bank episodic pivot is here. Episodic pivot is here. 1, 2, 3. Still the price is down. So it can, because it has already fallen below the episodic pivot. It says that 803 is the episodic pivot. So let us put 803 over here. Let me adjust it to this one. 803 coordinate. I am adjusting the price. So price has gone there and closed there. So you can, if the market opens, it can break below. You can track the put option, 800 put option, keep it in your watch list. This is the right time. 800 put option. See, you can see over here, there is an episodic pivot here and there is an episodic pivot here. So suppose if it starts entering into, already it has come, entering into, crosses above this, or you can target for the 24 rupees. This is one stock you can. So let us check only a few stocks as an example. Let me change in percentage. All are negative. All are negative. Still, let us go to Adani Total Gas. Adani Total Gas, Adani Green Energy, let me go to hourly chart because it has made an episodic pivot here. Episodic pivot here, episodic pivot here. I am marking. You are not seeing anywhere here. And on 29th, the market and the price had gapped up on an hourly basis and it had gone up. So like that you could have selected Adani Total Gas on 29th with the reference of the episodic pivot and you could have taken position. Now still it is continuing. It is one level of rise. One level of rise. It can go up to another, already halfway through, it can gap up and it can little bit direction. So it is showing a some sort of like this it can move. And let us check Coal India. Coal India has come below the episodic pivot. Let me zoom out the episodic pivot. It suggests episodic pivot 385. The bottom of this is, and it has given the episodic pivot on 23rd 392. Where is 392? On 23rd, 22, 22, 23. 23rd episodic pivot is 392. So this stock, after falling, it is reclaiming to this level. If it rejects from this level, 390, some sort of, it can go sideways and it can climb up also. So it had fallen huge fall from the episodic pivot here when it started moving below this. Episodic pivots are very interesting thing if you notice, very coolly and calmly. Like that, even for the Bitcoin, I don't know whether episodic pivots are not seen. I don't think we can see on the Bitcoins. Let us check. Yeah, we can see Bitcoin episodic pivots. Even on the Bitcoin, the institutional money, big money is coming over here. So you can mark the high and low of the episodic pivot, and it is a sure shot of down move. Whether we can locate the episodic pivot, it is suggesting episodic pivot on 29th. 29th. It is not, here you can see episodic pivots over here. Here it has formed around on 17th October when the price started crossing this episodic pivot. 17th October on the first candle, when price fell below and reclaimed the episodic pivot, you could have gone long with the rolling pivot showing positivity. Again, see, it has traveled through the days. So how the episodic pivot levels are acting as support. Here, when it started gray color, you can see it was repeated gray colors were there. If you go to the hourly or daily, even on the daily or 4 hourly, if you start seeing gray color at the top, that is an indication the market has moved. This is how you can utilize the presence of institutional money. Both call and put options will be active, and which side is taking the dominance you will get to know. Here, both if I have changed to 4 hours time frame, you are getting episodic pivot on 23rd it is giving. Now it has given bearish episodic pivot on 29th 113511. Let me 1135 coordinate 113511. This is for, so I moved this bearish episode when the price already it is bearish. It has started coming down. Rolling pivot already suggested that market. There is a episodic pivot here, and the rolling pivot is suggesting that it is going. You could have taken over here it 114787 comfortably. You could have taken, and the second time also bearish episode has been formed. Now, what the market is doing, Bitcoin is doing is again it is reclaiming about this episodic pivot which has formed. Again, it is reclaiming about this and it may try to pull back also. This is a game when they turn a road. So, like that today, and I noticed Polycap. Polycap was showing a, where is the Polycap? Let us go to the stocks options today, my watch list. I'll go there and see for the Polycap over here. Polycap, what is the interesting thing? Let me remove drawings. Here on 15th, you are saying, let me not go to the hourly time frame and let us check where are the episodic pivot. See, it had formed an episodic pivot and it had fallen. You can see the episodic pivot over here. That was formed on 23rd. The table says it is on 23rd, 7,664. 664. Let me adjust the coordinate to 7,664. Okay. Here, you know this episodic pivot. You can scan, you can quarantine the stocks like this. On 29th, let me change it to 15 minutes. Are we seeing episodic pivot? We are seeing, after that, we are seeing an episodic pivot over here.